Hey everybody, welcome back to the garage. Today we'll be replacing the side marker bulbs on my 2015 Hyundai Elantra. I chuckle a little bit about that because in my previous video, I mentioned how people frequently neglect to check to see if these bulbs are lit up.
One that's often forgotten about is your side marker.
And funny enough, in my vehicle, you can tell that my passenger side marker light is out. The blinker lights up just fine, but we are definitely dark right here. So I will show you how to replace that. There are 4 bulbs that you can potentially change out in this big headlight assembly, and I'll show you them again once we pull it out. But to start, this innermost one is your high beam, and that is H7. Your middle one here is your low beam and your daytime running lights, and that is H11. Your blinker up here is 2357. And the one we'll be changing today is your side marker, which is 168. I'm choosing to upgrade the stock incandescent bulbs with LED bulbs. And you want to make sure that you get the white LED bulbs. This bulb size comes in multiple colors, including orange and red and blue. However, the plastic housing on your car is already orange. So you only need a white bulb and it will still show up orange when it shines through. I found these bulbs on Amazon, I believe, for less than $10, so they're cheap to replace. First, you'll need to open up your door and you grab this latch right here under your dash and pull it. You'll hear a clunk. That's your hood coming loose. Then you'll come over to the hood and feel underneath on this side here for a little lever, and you'll push up on the lever and open the hood. You'll take this prop rod here and place it in the middle like so, and then it'll slide into place. There are 3 bolts that you'll have to remove, a 12mm bolt here and 2 10mm bolts here. You can use a large Phillips head screwdriver to remove these, but I think it's easier to use a socket. So we'll start with that 12mm socket and remove this bolt, and then set it somewhere you won't lose it. And we'll swap out for a 10mm socket and pull these out. Next, you're going to want to remove these 2 clips with a Phillips screwdriver. So we'll go ahead and do that. They're plastic and they just screw right out. Now that these screws are backed out, you want to take a flathead screwdriver and just pull that little plastic piece out. You just get under the edge there and carefully pry it out, and you can see this one looks exactly the same. So next you're going to want to disconnect the wire harness for this assembly. So you're going to go into the back of the assembly here, and there's a little clip right there, and you push down on that and gently wiggle it backwards until it comes out. Next, to break it loose, you're going to want to grab it where you can get a firm grip, and you're going to wiggle it forward and up a little bit, and you'll feel it pop out of 2 clips. The 2 clips that you'll feel it pop out of are right here and right here. Now that we have the headlight assembly out, we can look at the back of it and see that that rearmost clip is right here and the frontmost clip is right here. Looking at the back, you can also see this is the plate that covers the high beams, that H7 bulb. This big plate covers your low beams, which is the H11 bulb. Then we have these 2 little plates up here. This covers your blinker, which is 2357, and this little cover here is where our side marker bulb goes, and that is 168. So we can go ahead and turn counterclockwise just a little bit and then wiggle it on out, and it looks like that. When looking at this little piece of plastic, you might wonder, how does this light bulb get electricity to it? There's no wires connecting it. But if you look right at the bottom on both sides, there's a little metal piece right there that connects once you screw it in, and that delivers electricity up to the bulb. Generally, it's a good idea to wear clean gloves when you handle these bulbs, because getting your oil from your fingers onto the bulb when it gets really hot, can distort the glass and cause it to burn out faster. But to remove this bulb, you'll just gently grab it and pull out like that. Then we will take the new bulb, being very careful grabbing onto these LED diodes, and we will put it into the socket and gently push down. And try not to push down where there's LED diodes. Push down on the plastic part. You'll take your newly installed bulb there and put it down into the socket here, being very careful not to scratch those diodes on the plastic. And you'll put it in kind of at an angle like that. And finally, you'll twist clockwise just a little tiny bit until you can feel that it's snug and locked in there, and you're done. So last, you'll line up your headlight assembly back in. Usually you want to start by putting this corner in first. There's a little notch that kind of tucks underneath the metal here. And then once you feel it's in place, you'll push forward and you'll hear a little pop. I already did that one. And then you'll push forward on this side and you'll hear the other pop right there. So now it's locked into place. And as you can see, the little holes for the bolts are now lined up and we can put in our bolts. One thing I wanted to point out is your 10mm bolts here are the same. So it doesn't matter which one you put into which hole. However, as you can see, this 12mm bolt is much larger. So you're going to want to make sure that you take the one that does not have the Phillips screw head on the top, and that bigger one is going to go into the 12mm hole here. These other two will go back into their holes down here. So we'll go ahead and get this one started by hand to make sure that we're in the right spot. And it looks like it's going down well. And then last we'll take our ratchet and tighten it down. I looked all over for torque specs on these bolts. I'm a big believer in tightening things down as tight as the manufacturer wants it. However, I couldn't really find any, so if you see torque specs for this, put them in the comments below. We'll swap out the socket for a 10mm. And you don't want to get too crazy with how tight these are, because you're screwing plastic into a thin metal, so it doesn't really need to be super tight. Alright, then we'll grab our socket here and finish tightening these down. Good. I forgot to mention earlier, there's a third little plastic tab that you'll want to pop out, and it's right there. You can get a flathead screwdriver underneath it. There's no Phillips head on the top of it, so you don't need to unscrew it like the others. And when you're putting it back in, it literally just pops right into place. These other ones that you watched me pull out, we'll go ahead and get the little 3-prong side stuck down in there, making sure that all 3 prongs are down in there and that the base is sat down, and then we can screw these in. And these are just plastic screws, so realistically you just want to screw it until you see the head of the screw go down flush with the base right there. So that one's good, and we'll go down here. The reason we took these out is so that you can pull this little plastic trim piece up to help get this part of the headlight out. So the last thing that we're going to do is take our connector here and plug our assembly back in. So it just goes in like that with this tab facing up, and you put it on and slide it over until you hear the click. Just like that. Your clip is also right here, like it is on the other side, and it's the same thing where you push down on that tab and just wiggle back. So I decided to go ahead and take out this assembly just to show you guys, as well as give me better visibility. After setting our wrench aside, we'll go ahead and remove these plastic tabs here. So the procedure is the same as the other side. You want to grab somewhere firm and pull back a bit until you hear it unpop here and unpop further up here. And then with a little persuasion, you pull it loose and lift up and out like so. So now we have the passenger headlight assembly, and you can tell it's the exact same, just the opposite. So we're looking at the high beam plate right here, the low beam plate right here, our blinker right here, and our side marker that we'll be replacing right here. Now to remove the plate, it's the same as the other side. You simply grab the little part here and twist counterclockwise, and then you gently wiggle it out, and it looks the same as the other side. However, looking at that bulb, it looks a little dark on the glass, and you can usually tell when a bulb is burnt out, but not always. Now, replacing this bulb will be the same as the other side. You want to make sure that you have fresh, clean gloves on, and you'll grab the bulb gently and gently wiggle it out like that. And then we'll go ahead and take our new LED bulb, being careful not to squeeze the diodes on it too hard, and we'll slide it right into that slot, being careful to push down only on the plastic. Now it does look like it sticks out a lot more than the incandescent bulb, however it still fits inside the assembly. Sorry I'm holding this upside down, but it's easier to do it this way since I'm right-handed. We'll take our light bulb here and slide it down in gently, making sure not to scratch the bulb or the diodes on there until it sits nice and flat. At that point, you'll turn it clockwise just a little bit, and then you'll be able to feel that it's nice and snug inside there. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the two bulbs that we replaced. This is the driver's side bulb that was not burned out, and this is the passenger side bulb that was burned out. And if you look at them, you can barely tell that this passenger side one is kind of dark and hazy on the inside. So it can be a little tricky to see if they're burned out, but that's one way to do it. I like to hold on to the bulb that didn't burn out just in case I need to swap out in the future. So I put it in the packaging for the LED bulbs and taped around it, and I'll put it in a safe place where I know I can keep track of it. The last thing you want to do is push those two tabs back into their place. And now it is secured into place with all three bolts. We have our plastic pin back in, our connector is in, and we're done with this headlight. All right, now that we're done, we can remove our prop rod, plug it right back down into this clip here. And then to close your hood, you want to let go about right here, and it'll make a nice thunk. At that point, you'll see the lights confirming that it's closed, and it won't rattle if you try and lift it up. If you feel a lot of play, it didn't close hard enough, so you have to hit that little lever, lift it up, and drop it from a little bit higher height. All right, the new side marker LED bulbs are in, and you can already tell they are so much brighter. A lot of people downplay the importance of these side marker lights. However, if you think about it, when you pull up to a four-way stop, people see this front corner of your vehicle, and if it's late at night, you want them to be able to see your vehicle so that they can avoid a collision and keep you and your loved ones safer in your vehicle. Thank you everyone for watching. It means a lot. If you have any comments or tips that you'd like to leave in the comment section, that would be great. But until then, see you next time.